Hey, welcome to worshiptutorials.com. In this video, we're going to learn how to play the song Jireh by Elevation Worship, Maverick City Music, collab together from the Old Church Basement album on electric guitar. We're going to do this in the album key of E flat, but to make life a whole lot easier and simpler, I'm going to use a capo. I recommend you do the same on the first fret if you're going to play in this key. And everything, like all the chord work we're going to do, which is most of the song, is going to be just key of D. That's pretty much all the chords in the song right there. You just saw them all. So the capo on this song makes life a lot easier. I'm actually pretty sure that's what they do on the album. I could be wrong, just listening to the multi-tracks, that's what I'm hearing. So like all of our electric guitar tutorials, I'm going to talk about the gear that you're going to need to get the tones on the song. I'm going to talk about each section individually, how to play it, demonstrate it, and then there are chapter markers below here on YouTube so you can just jump to whatever section you need to know. So a few notes about the song to begin with. It's in 4/4 time, 70 BPM. Again, we're doing it in the key of E flat for this tutorial. There are links below where you can see our playthrough video that I did on this song, as well as the patches that are available for Helix, AXFX3, and FM3. Now for this video, I'm using this Shelton GalaxyFlite, super cool guitar. These are wide range humbuckers by Porter. This is a Jag middle pickup by Porter. This guitar does pretty much everything. It's awesome. Whatever you have is going to work great as well. I'm using AXFX3 for this playthrough, or for this tutorial. Now, what you'll need for this song really are just a couple levels of drive. Overdrive, you'll need like an 1/8 note delay and maybe a dotted 1/8 note delay as well. And you need to be able to kick on some ambient reverb. That's pretty much it. It's a really simple song on the electric guitar. It's not an easy song to pull off as a band, but it's easy to play on the guitar so long as you get the timing right. So that is the gear you're going to need to play this song. It's pretty basic setup, but these parts work really well within this song. So the first guitar part in this song comes in the chorus. Like I mentioned, this song has some interesting timing stuff. So I would say the timing is the hardest part of this song. So if you're playing to a click track, that's going to help you a lot. And the way they sing this, they kind of ebb and flow with the timing. That's the word I'm going to use. Ebb and flow with the timing. So it does make it a little hard to follow if you're going to listen to the album, although it's such a beautiful song. It sounds really cool. So this is how the part goes under the first chorus, and this is there's really like 3 parts in this song for electric guitar. This is one of them. Okay, so the part goes like this. I'm not going to worry about this capo. I'm just going to tell you what frets I'm playing. It starts on the 3rd fret of the B string to the 4th fret. That would be like you're just forming a D chord. And then you hop down to the with my ring finger, I do this, hop down to the 5th fret of the D string and slide up to the 6th. And then you go 3 to 5 on the G string. Okay, so that's probably the hardest timing move of this part. So it goes, right, so again, that's 5 to 6 on the D, 3 to 5 on the G. And then back to the 4 on the B, to the 3, to the 3 on the G. I'm going to put it together very slowly at first. 3, 4. Again. So I mentioned the timing on this part is the hardest thing. So I'm going to tap my foot loudly to create a metronome in the room. And I suggest you do this to a metronome as well. Again, 70 BPM, slow it down if you want to. This is how the timing of this part goes. It's kind of hard to pull off the easiest way is just to memorize how this part goes and then just play it and just muscle memory it. But this is how it goes with the beat. 2, 3, 4. Again. That's it. And sometimes on the way down, he'll hit that part. Okay, that is the part number 1 of 3 in this song. And that happens a lot, but mostly underneath the choruses. So I'm gonna do like a bridge and neck position together. This is a basic clean tone. So it's really just a cloud or an ambient reverb and a dual stereo delay that sounds like an eighth and a dotted eighth. That's how I put this together. And it sounds like this when you play it. 2, 3, 4. Now, after the chorus, forever enough, always enough, I would call it like the chorus tag. The first time through that he plays, he kind of does this. So he's just kind of playing this D string, and if you're capoed on the first fret, it's the root of the song. So you can just kind of play around. Okay, he's just doing this. Really the most important part to hit during that, this is during the verse, how I feel right now before you go into the second chorus, how I feel right now. So you're gonna come up to the 6th fret of the D string to the 5th, and it kind of mimics that vocal line. How I feel right now. And then you're gonna flip to the bridge pickup, and you got a bigger drive tone for the second chorus. So it's the same exact part for the second chorus. It's not as much delay, so just a 1/8 note delay, big reverb, and I've got a tube screamer on to give it just a bigger tone. And again, you play the same part. So you're coming out of, I'll show you how you kind of come out of the verse into the chorus. So this is the end of the verse, how I feel right now, never want to forget how I feel right now, I think is the line here. But whatever it is, it's the verse before the bigger chorus. So. On the chorus tag after this big chorus, he plays the same part. He just kind of pulls back on how hard he's playing it. You might even pull back on the volume knob, switch to a middle position, pick up forever enough. It's just the same thing. So it's important to sort of play with, dynamics to get different sounds. Even if you're not turning a pedal on or off, you can do a lot with the controls on your guitar. Okay, for the next part of the song, this is one of like 3 bridges in the song. There's that is enough, and that is enough. That's where the guitar, sort of the band comes in. So if you're playing this part, it goes A to B minor, G to D over F sharp, A to B minor, G to D over F sharp, which this is going to come in later. A to B minor, G to D over F sharp, and that is enough is E minor or 2 minor to a D. So, and it's really important that you play. That's really all you need to hit for the guitar part. So if you play your E minor like this, so that you're like suspending it on the top, go E minor to D. That is enough. Okay, 1, 2, 3, I'm already loved. Okay, so for that part, that is sort of my, stage 1 drive sound. I've got a quarter note, or an eighth note delay rather, a big reverb, and like a stage 1 drive. And you're just coming in on the bridge pickup to bring in some energy. So after that first that is enough, where you're coming in with this chord, then you're just gonna play the open chords under the progression. I'm already loved, A to B minor. I'm already chosen, G to D over F sharp. And these are all like pushed. Here's my metronome. So you're pushing these chords. Push. Push. That is enough. I like this. I like doing the foot metronome. It's probably making the cameras do this, isn't it? Anyway, depends on how hard I stomp. All right, so that's how that whole part goes. And then it's a long bridge build section if you do it like the album. So I've got 2 levels. I've got this bridge sound, and then the next bridge sound is just more gain. But you're really doing that. It's really simple. I mean, if you're playing on acoustic, you do the same thing. You would just strum. So I'm just gonna play underneath it. I'm already chosen, I'm already loved, I know what you've spoken. I don't remember exactly how the words go, but you get to the end of it. That is enough. It goes like this. 3, 4. Okay, you get the idea. It's really a simple part, just playing through the chords. But it's important that you vary your tones so that you can build and your dynamics. Now, after you go through this bridge, I think they do it 3 times. At the end, there's a lot of tags. That is enough. And that is enough. Okay? I think there's 3 of them. That is enough. One more, except on this one, it switches to the new progression for the next bridge part that comes in. Gotta love it. That is enough. That is enough. That is enough. Okay, so for that part, now this took me a while to figure out this timing because it's like these 2 different bridges. I think they call one a refrain, but they're really just A, B, C, D sections, if you want to think of it that way. They kind of do this. They kind of like one flows into the next. So you're doing that 2 minor or E minor to D. That is enough. And then there's a tag. That is enough. I forget however many they do. On the last one, the that is enough starts the 2nd or the 3rd or the 4th, whatever we're on, bridge. Okay, and then when you start this next progression, it's G, D over F sharp, or 4 to 1 over 3, 5 to 6, A to B minor. That is enough. That is enough. You are enough. Something like that, the words. Okay, so those 2 parts just kind of mesh together, and you're going to go back to a cleaner, less driven sound for the that is enough, you are enough, right? So I'm going to play the one bridge into the next bridge. I even forget, I'm getting confused on how all the lyrics go. That is enough. It's all that is enough, right? So this is the that is enough on the E minor to the D or the 2 to the 1. And then we're going to go to the next progression. So here are the tags. Okay, so that's how those two parts mesh together. Now, again, this second bridge has a whole bunch of repeats. So you just kind of go up in gain again, and you just play through that progression. You just keep playing through that progression. Now, on this arrangement, they're gonna build and build and build, and then go to a chorus section. So you're gonna do it just like you did the other big chorus. So Jireh. All right, so those parts are, there aren't any new parts in this whole section of the song. You're just kind of going from one section to the next, just playing the same parts over and over. Now, after these bridges or the refrain, and then you go back into the big chorus, you're gonna go into another sort of bridge section of the song that references the scripture. Eventually, and if look at the lilies in the grass of the field, if the Lord dresses them in splendor that's greater than Solomon, how much more does he love you? Which is an awesome part of this song, and I love that verse. I love the way that they invoke that scripture in this song, and they basically sing it. So there's a piano part that sort of drives that whole instrumental section. So you're not going to play much on the guitar. You can play some swells if you want. The only, really, you're coming in here with what I would refer to as the third part in this song. So the first part is this. The second part I would call all the chords work that you do. It's not really a part, it's just playing chords. And then the third part is this that comes in on top of that. If he dresses the lilies. I forget the words, but it's that part. And it goes like this. That's it. I just played the whole thing. You just do it over and over. So you're gonna go 3rd fret on the A string to open, which with the capo on the 1st fret, it's the 1st fret of the D to the 3rd, and then slide up. Try sliding to the 8th, not the 10th, right? So you go 3, 1, 3, 8, just like that. So slowly I'll play it. 2, 3, 4. It's hard for me to metronome this and play it at the same time. Okay, you got it? 2, 3, 4. It's a pretty simple part. You just have to stop at the right point. There are a bunch of tags in this part again. So this song has, I think it's got a verse, it's got verses, choruses, it's got 3 different bridges, 2 different instrumental sections. If you want to sort of break it down like that. And all of them have different tags, which makes this song. This is not an easy song to play, but it's such a great song. So this bridge has a bunch of tags too, and when you hit the tags, you're just gonna go. Just play it more. And then you're done. So it sounds like this with all the things on. This is sort of my big drive sound again. I'm just reusing it. 8th note delay, big gain, cloud reverb. This is how it sounds with all of those effects engaged. 2, 3, 4. And that's it. Those are all the parts of the song. Now the trick is going to be for you as a guitar player and you as a worship band to figure out how you're going to arrange this thing. Are you going to do it just like the Church Basement album recording? If you do, that is awesome, but just make sure that you have the instrumentation and the vocalists, that are able to do a song like this for this long. So it really just comes down to a lot of practice. You can cut parts out, you can shorten parts, you can do less tags, you can do less repeats to sort of shorten the whole thing, but keep all of the parts in it. It's really up to you how you want to approach this song. But as a guitar player, it's actually, you've got probably the easiest job in the band because there aren't that many parts in this song to pull off. Just really 3 that you need to keep in your mind. Just remember, just keep in mind your dynamics that you're using, how much gain you're doing, that kind of thing. All right, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Again, you can see the playthrough for this song linked below, and you can get patches for this song, links below as well. We'll see you in the next one.